Hey YouTube, what's up? I am making this channel and this video to inform you a little bit about myself and about a fundraiser that I'm starting up. So that way you can get a little bit of info and then I can go into what you can order to get yourself something awesome and help me out. So basically, my name is Alex and I am 20 years old. I attend the University of Central Missouri in Warrensburg, Missouri. It's about 45 minutes southeast of Kansas City. There I am a criminal justice major. It's kind of like my passion. It started whenever I joined Police Explorers, whenever I was about 14 or 15. I love shooting guns, playing Xbox, Call of Duty. I'm not really good at a lot of other games. I'm not really that great at Call of Duty, but it's fun. I like to eat everything in the house and sleep a lot, like most college guys. So yeah, that's pretty much a brief overview of me. You can ask me questions and I will tell you anything. The part that makes me different from a lot of other guys is that I am transgender. And for those of you that don't know, I am female to male transgender, which basically means that whenever I was born female. But over the years, throughout my life, as a kid, I was always very tomboyish, and I always wanted to play outside, play sports with the other boys in the neighborhood. The last picture my mom has of me in a dress, I'll have to get it and put it on here because it's of me cleaning a catfish on a counter in this nice little blue and white plaid dress type deal. I don't know. But I was always just very, boyish, if you want to, apply gender to activities and things, And so yeah, that, over the years I just thought, oh, I was a tomboy. Whenever you're a little kid, that's what people think. And then I get into middle school and people, start dating for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, and I was just like, no, not my thing. Then into high school, I figured out that I liked girls, and I figured that was the extent of it, that maybe I was just a lesbian, and that explained everything. But little did I know, it did not, and I went to St. Louis Pride Fest. I think it was after my junior year of high school or something like that. And it was really awesome. I met a lot of great people, but one particular person I met, he was really cool. He was a short little Asian dude. You know who you are. And, I thought he was a really cool guy. And then come to find out a couple days later, I found out that he was transgender. And at the time, I had no idea what this meant. I maybe heard of the term, but I didn't know what it entailed. So I started Googling, and as I was reading about these people, it was like my entire life was fit into somebody else's life. Everything just kind of made sense. And so yeah, basically that's it. That I figured that out, like I said, right before my senior year of high school. At that point, I left. My mom was always very I don't know how to explain her really. She's a handful. A lot of people have select words for her. But basically, she's set in her own mind, which a lot of people are these days, and always have been. And we did not see eye to eye on a lot of things. I wanted to wear jeans and t-shirts to school, t-shirts like this, and or just a plain t-shirt from Explorers or something. And she would say that I was trying to dress like a boy, and I walked like a boy, and this was before I knew anything related to being transgender. So I think that's funny. But she would pick out my clothes, and I wanted to have a short haircut, and she would go with me to get my haircut and tell the person, no, you're going to cut it this way because I'm paying for the haircut. So yeah, that was how life was growing up for me. She always wanted me to be that perfect little girl that loved pink, loved dresses, loved this, hated sports, whatever. Oh my god, I broke a nail. I'm being stereotypical, I know. But that was how she saw it, and it just wasn't cool. So I left her house and went to my dad's, who had not really been a part of my life, and I just went out there, and I got a ride from a great friend of mine, and she drove 3 hours to get me there and 3 hours back, and we left at like 4 in the morning, and it was crazy. But I went out there, and I picked out my new name based on interesting coincidence. I'll explain it to anybody, but it's too long to put in this video. And I finished up my high school my senior year. I was supposed to graduate in May of 2010. I went to my dad's around August 23rd, 2009, and I finished high school by October 5th of 2009, which means I was done. I basically sat at a computer all day, worked my butt off, just pushing buttons on a mouse and getting past these classes that I had to, finish up. And so I didn't really have a high school graduation, but I didn't really care at the moment. And so I immediately enrolled to UCM. I applied and got accepted and then enrolled. And as soon as I got there, I started my transition. Nobody knew me there, really. I did work with housing, and they put me with a girl that I knew as my roommate. That meant I was on an upper class floor, which was fine with me because it was really quiet. I am like an old man at heart sometimes. And, I started telling people my name was Alex because that's not my birth name. I will tell anybody what it is, but I'm just not going to throw it in here. But yeah, I just started becoming me, and it was great. You hear people that talk about coming out as, LGBTQ whatever, insert the alphabet here, and you can tell that person is happier. There's a weight off their shoulders, and it's really great. And that was how it was for me. I had my short hair, so people would be like, "Oh, excuse me, sir," and they didn't know that it just made me one of the happiest people for a moment. It was great. So now I am at my senior year of college. Let me back up. We're not that far ahead yet. February of 2011. So here I have been transitioning for a year in college, and I'm getting fed up with not passing. It's horrible to for your brain to feel like you're a guy and then to have to answer to ma'am or things like that, or have people say, yeah, she did this. And so I decided that I wanted to start medically transitioning, which I knew I'd wanted to, but as I said, my mom kicked me out, which is why, well, she didn't really kick me out. I went to my dad's, and then she kicked me out. And I don't even know if I mentioned that because I've made this video 5 times. But I didn't have money. I was paying for college. I'm paying for college on my own. I don't have health insurance, and this stuff is expensive. And my 12-hour-a-week minimum wage job wasn't going to cut it for everything that I needed. But I decided that I had to go through with it. I had to save up my money. I got my tax return, whatever I did. I think I got my financial aid return, actually. And set up an appointment with the nearest endocrinologist, which happens to be an hour away in Kansas City. And on February 8th of 2011, I started testosterone, which puts me at hormone replacement therapy, taking testosterone. So I am at over a year on testosterone now, and a lot has changed. My voice has dropped. I've gotten facial hair that grows in. I shaved the other day. It does get longer. I can't grow a mustache though. I'm working on it. But yeah, it's all these small things that I am so excited about that other people are just like, really? My nose has even changed. If you look at pictures of me before I started transitioning and now, you can tell that my nose has changed. It's really weird. But everything that changes just makes me really happy. And no matter what I do, there is one thing that I can't get rid of. And that would be my chest. I mean, well, and another problem down south, but the one that I'll take care of first is my chest. And every morning that I get up, I have to, like most people that are transitioning, I have to put on a binder to bind down my chest. And they're tight, they're uncomfortable. They can, after you wear them so long, it hurts. If you wear them too much, or if you wear too tight of one, it can cause medical, I don't know, I don't want to say medical conditions, but it can cause an injury. There we go. And actually, like the other day, I put on the one that I really like because it makes me look the most flat. And as soon as I did, I got this sharp pain in my ribs, and it was like it was being constricted so much every time I'd take a breath in, it would just hurt. But I go through it because it's, I can't stand the idea of walking anywhere or going anywhere without my binder being on. I don't sleep with it on because I'm in my bed, and that's that. But yeah, basically it's it's the one thing I can't get rid of, and a lot of insurance companies cover it now because the American Medical Association has released released a resolution saying that it is medically necessary, and that, you know, to not provide the treatment and cover it is discrimination, because they cover it. It's a double mastectomy is what it'll be. They cover it for other reasons, such as breast cancer. And so it is medically necessary, you know. And I have been transitioning for, you know, 3 years now, I guess. And yeah, about, yeah, 3 years or so. And I've been on testosterone for over a year. And just each day that goes by, you know, I'm reminded that I'm still not to the point where I want to be. And every day I have to put on my binder and all these things. And you know, it's something that one thing could fix, and that would be surgery. The surgery is really expensive, though. It's $5,500 for the person I'm looking at, and he's on the cheaper end. A lot of people are about $6,500 to $7,000, $8,000 and up. But I found a guy in Kansas City that does it, and you know, I was like, that's great. He's cheap. He's close. Won't have to pay for lodging and transportation. Hopefully I won't have to pay for lodging. I know a couple people in Kansas City. So yeah, like I need a way to get the money, and I don't want to just ask for donations, though they are greatly appreciated. A friend of mine put $5 in my chip in, and that was great, and I'll put the link to that somewhere up here in this video. But yeah, it was, you know, basically I needed to think of a way to raise money, and now I have. And I have this great idea, but now the word needs to get out there. And I'm not going to pay somebody to do advertising for me, because obviously I don't have the money. So what I'm doing is called Operation Assist Alex. That's kind of made up by a friend of mine, and well, trying to think of a name for it, because I am not creative. And what I'm doing is selling paracord survival bracelets. I'm going to make them and sell them. There's different colors and options, and I do custom sizing. And, you know, I'll put all of that in the next video. But this is just really to let you guys know where I'm coming from, what I'm trying to do, and hopefully to get the word out there, you know. And if you come to my YouTube channel, then you can check out, you know, what I'm doing, what I'm selling, how you can help. If you don't want to buy one, how you can donate just a little bit, because you know, I of all people know how much every penny can count, and you know, it would be really nice to be able to have the surgery. The other thing is that I really actually have to have the surgery by December, and I have to because of several reasons. One, whenever I changed my name last summer, they changed the gender marker on my license, but my birth certificate is out of another state, and they won't change it until I have proof of surgery. And therefore my social security information and my birth certificate doesn't match my license, which is kind of problematic. The other thing is that I plan on attending the police academy in May of 2013, which is or June or July of 2013, which is right after I graduate college. You know, and it's physically rigorous, and you have to be able to do push-ups, and I need at least 3 months of healing time before I can even start training for it. And then I've got to work my butt off to train for it in a couple of months, and then be ready for it so I can, you know, get entrance into one of the most prestigious academies, which is the St. Louis County Police Academy. So between all of that, plus my paperwork mismatching, then I probably wouldn't be able to get in. All of that, plus, like I said, I didn't have a high school graduation, so it would be really great to be able to walk across the stage at my college graduation and know that I, you know, am matching more closely on the outside than you know, how I feel on the inside. You know, and you helping me with my fundraiser could really help out with that. You know, you really could change my life. You could make my college graduation the happiest of anybody's, probably, and, you know, help me get into the police academy and continue down my, you know, to live on and you know, go towards my dream career and things like that. So yeah, I've got to stop this video now because I think it's getting too long. But check out the other video, you know, at least see what I'm doing, and maybe you can help me out. Maybe you can, you know, suggest other people help me out. And I'll put the link to my page on Facebook, you know, for this, and check it out. What have you got to lose? If anything, you can just not buy anything, you know. I'm not going to force you to. So yeah, thanks for watching this. I hope you at least learned something and maybe want to help me out.